The NFL, they are coming out with a targeting rule, and they're going to consider this in the off season to where they figure if people are targeting for hits, there's an automatic ejection and more penalties and fines. And it's another way of weakening the defense and picking at them for doing something. And safety Mike Mitchell from the Pittsburgh Steelers, he was mad.
Man, just hand us all some flags. Hand us all some flags and let us go out there and try to grab the flags off. Because we're not playing football. This is not damn football. When I was 6 years old, watching Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, Sean Taylor, the hitters, Jack Tatum, that's football. This ain't football. You got to know what the risk is when you sign up. No one wants to be paralyzed. No one wants to have head injuries. These are all things that are negative. But let's not try to turn football into a dangerous, barbaric game. This is how I've changed my family legacy. Before I got drafted, I had $368 to my bank account. That is far from the case today. I've changed my family legacy by this beautiful game of football for forever. So let's not try to turn it into some evil, dirty game. It's football. It's no different than UFC fighting. This is a combat, contact sport. There's going to be injuries. That's just what it is. But if you don't want to get injured, then don't come out here. This is for real men. This is a man's game. Ray Lewis said that a couple years ago. I stand by that. It's a man's game. If you want to be a little kid, you don't want to get your ass hit, then don't come out here because this is for grown men. At the end of the day, this is football. If you want to see flag football, then let's take our pads off. That would make it easier for me because now I don't got to wear heavy. But give us flags for me to pull off because that way I know what we're playing. I signed up to play full-speed contact football, and we're not doing that. I feel like I got to ask a guy, hey, are you ready for me to hit you right now before I hit you? And that's crazy. I'm going to mess around and get hurt trying to protect an offensive player because he's running an over route. Damn it, your quarterback shouldn't have threw that ball messed up. That happened 2 years ago. I'm not joking at all. Andy Dalton threw a ball to Tyler Eifert 2 years ago. Tyler Eifert had to dive for it. I was aiming for his gut. But if he don't dive, he don't get in the head. That's 50 grand out of my pocket, though, because Andy throws a bad ball. Make that make sense.
I feel him. I understand where Mike Mitchell's coming from. I mean, he's coming at it where they're coming up with new rules to try to handicap. But for targeting, I can see, but they can go back and do replay to see if what it is. Because they should have done that anyway. Because some of these things are unfair to the defensive player, and then they're charging and fining the players. It's not like the player just suspended for a game and they don't get paid. You're fining them. Like $50,000 fine when you're coming at them full speed, like you can stop and pull up. You can't do that. If you did, you'd probably tear your knee or blow your knee out. So I understand where he's coming from. So he's just venting because he's mad. It's always some defensive changes that's going on out there. So what's the defense to do? You won't let them play defense because you want more scoring in the league anyway. And for a defensive player who's trying to shut other guys down, you've almost taken away their abilities to do that. So what do y'all think?